here. Oh, there we go. Yes, I am live. I am live now. So let's see if we can get this all done up because I am also watching myself on YouTube, which is, par for the course because I can't comment on my own streams. So, no Skyrim, no none of that nonsense. We are just doing this raw. Which is how we like it, isn't it? That is how we do. That is very much just how things are done these days. So I'm gonna wait for a few people to trickle in, just give them a few minutes. Yeah, I really should start playing music when these things begin, so it's not just a bunch of white noise. Um, but the live stream link, the StreamYard link, is in the description of the video. So if anyone would love to jump on in, this is a participatory thing. So let's let's get everything in there. Everyone who wants to just jump on in. We are having a blast. So yeah, the StreamYard link is in there, so jump on in, whoever you are. We are live. StreamYard link in description. So, yes, I am. School's almost out. I have one more week after this week, and I just nailed one of my final exams. 92%, which is fantastic. I was getting a C before in that class. So that 92% is gonna make sure I don't fail out, basically. Because it has been one hell of a semester. I kid you not, guys. Your con was just barely barely hanging in there. So, Swiss Miz, it's good to see you. It's been a while. Uh, if you wouldn't mind coming on, I'd love the company. I don't care if it's just us talking to air. I really don't care. I like having my fans on the show. I like people who comment on the show. Uh, so the StreamYard link is in the description for anyone who wants to jump in. Uh, that's what we're doing tonight. That is the agenda, as it were. So that copy link. Ah, I understand. I understand that some of us are camera shy. It's it's. Do I remember you? Um, I'll be honest. I have a lot of friends who do alt accounts, so I never know who anyone is. So if it's been a while, forgive me. I have been incredibly, incredibly busy, and I'm. Do you have a former username that can jog my memory? Because I don't remember a Swiss Miz in the past. Um, so if you could just jog my memory a little bit, I would appreciate that. Um, do see if we can get a few more people in here. Copy text. Mostly known for my modding. I don't want to say it publicly. Oh, okay. Yes, I do remember you, Swiss Miz. That If it's a play on your former name, then I'm pretty sure I remember who you are. And it's so good to see you. No, no, I think the hint is in the name, right? Swiss Miz. I'm not. I'm no dummy. I'm no dummy. It's. I think it's pretty clear who you are. Um. So I can't confirm the suspicion because I don't want to out you in your modding account. So um. I think Swiss is the giveaway. Um. Yeah, Sasquatch, and if he's around, send him on over. We need to chat because it's been a while. We have had some new developments. My role playing game is taking off again. A fan who was part of the playtesting decided to make up a Discord server for it, and they have done. He's done fantastic. He's promoting the game that I made. It's amazing. Like I didn't you don't expect this. So it's really nice. It's very confirming. It's flattering and very humbling to have that kind of support from people I cannot yet pay. Um, how's it going, Sasquatch? Would you mind jumping in, buddy? If you can't, I understand. He was having his post-show dinner last I heard. Post-show dinner. Okay. So he might be indisposed. Yeah, speak of the devil and he appears. And of course, Sasquatch, I'll give you a few minutes. I am just chilling on stream because I need to relax. I need to get back in the groove of things. I need to get back on, tending to my field of kecks. Oh, God damn, it's been hot. I am in North Texas, and it has been hitting the hundreds on a regular basis. It's midnight, and we're at about 85. It's the coolest we're gonna get in the next 48 hours. So that's pretty much where we're at with the Texas weather, and I am suffering because I work in a warehouse, and that warehouse does not have effective climate control by any stretch of the imagination. So every day I am sweating. Oh, you're in Tennessee. You win. Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, that whole armpit of a region. Yeah, you're gonna have it worse than North Texas, Oklahoma area. You're definitely gonna have it worse. Uh, I don't know if you have it worse than the Floridians though, but it seems that the weather tends to cause their baseness, so that it kind of balances out, so to speak. Also, in other news, um, I have upgraded my social media. I have, in fact, become part of the Truth Social gang. So your Cardinals on Truth Social, and it's doo-doo-doo. Now what the Oklahoma has been worse this week. I believe you. I actually believe you. I am dum. So Truth Social has finally decided to allow desktop users to sign up. I do like it actually. It's not dead. Let me put it that way. It's not dead, and it it's actually something that if you want potential, it's definitely there. Hmm. So Truth Social is not a dead end. All right, we got Sasquatch in the background. You just want me to add you, buddy, or do you want to cover up the video? Okay. How's it going, my
How you
dude?
doing, bud?
I am doing amazing. My I got some breathing is what's going on. I finally
Cool.
have that moment where I can breathe and do my normal shit, you know?
You want to see something neat?
Yes. What is this beautiful beast?
This was in my garage when I woke up this
So, which of your kin do you have to blame for this guess?
morning. I don't believe I have any kin to blame for it. I live about 2 blocks away from a relatively rough hood, and I suspect he may be a fighting dog.
Interesting.
He's extremely well behaved and unbelievably well mannered.
Have you tested his food aggression?
He doesn't seem to be interested in food if there's anybody around.
Really?
But I have a 50 pound or 25 pound bulk feeder that I use with my moose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Moose has always had an unlimited bucket of food. He doesn't overeat. This
Mm-hmm.
dog comes in, goes over, sniffs the bucket of food, eats a single piece of it, and then goes back to sniffing around the bases of all the cabinets and stuff.
That's
Wasn't gonna
that
let him in, but he sat right outside my door for 14 hours and hasn't made a sound.
that's actually not unusual for a pit bull at all. That that is par for the course. Um, yeah, can we get a good look at his blockhead?
Oh, he's got a big old fat head.
Oh, I can tell.
Come here, bud.
Hey, gorgeous. Oh, what a beauty.
He looks like he might be a little bit hungry, but he doesn't act hungry at all.
All right. Now,
Like I said, unlimited food, unlimited water, and he walked over and took a lick of water, ate one piece of food, and then went back to sniffing around the joint.
now you have a moose already. How is
Right.
he with the moose?
Um. Well, they accidentally met this morning before he showed up in our garage. He was in the next door neighbor's backyard, and I'm pretty sure she would have either shot him or called animal control.
Uh-huh.
They sniffed through a fence, and then Moose did some dancing around and stuff, and then he came inside and went and sat down next to the garage door and waited patiently for his buddy to show up. Apparently, I have not put
That
them
is
in the same room together yet.
that is interesting. That is uh
He's an
just
inside dog. He's obviously an inside dog.
yeah, but my experience with pitties is that they can be socialized. They can be very
Oh
dog
yeah,
friendly, but that's something you have to train into them. We're talking about an
Agreed.
animal whose default is people friendly, animal aggressive, very
Sure.
territorial.
You got to
Um,
understand, dude. I was raised breeding bullies.
hmm
We trained them
Same.
for search and rescue, body like cadaver dogs, like search
Okay.
and rescue.
Okay. So let me
Also
ask
hunting
you.
dogs.
Well, let me ask you a question then, since you have at least as much experience as I have had. How many incidents from the dogs you personally had a hand in raising have you had with man bite?
Um, I've heard of one.
You
I don't
no.
know that it was true. I heard
Okay.
of one.
From the ones you
She was a
personally
bitch,
raised.
probably needed to be bit. And I was personally involved in the training of that dog. Yes. As I understand it, the story that I received from her, from the person that was bit, is she walked up to the back of the guy's truck, tossed her bag on the back of the truck, and then tried to hop onto the truck, and the dog bit her face off.
Did she look like she had her face bitten off?
This was the second time she had had her face bitten off. As
So,
a point to bring up,
oh my god.
she had previously walked up to a different truck and had an identical situation occur where she got her face bitten.
So, this was her second reconstructive surgery.
Third,
Oh my god.
she had also crashed her car in Arizona on her way back from Mexico
Uh huh.
and caved in all of her face. Like all of this is titanium. All of so when the first dog bit her, it took like the rest of her nose bone and they put a piece of titanium in place of it. When the second dog bit her, he chipped a tooth on her cheek.
Okay.
That's not funny. I'm sorry, that's not funny. She's a bitch. I
No,
do. I mean, she's family and everything, but keep it real, yo.
I'm gonna be
Just keep it
honest.
real.
I don't think the problem is the breed at this point. I do
No, it's
not
not.
think.
Nah, her decisions might have something to do with it.
Well, I'll be honest. With the exception of your extreme situation, where this bitch is like, you know those stories where you
Right?
hear about people who get struck by lightning in the same spot
Yeah.
3 times. It might be you.
Yeah, just stay inside, bro. You'd be all right.
Okay.
No,
It-
no, no. Listen, this chick was a raging smack addict for 30 years, on crack and everything else you can imagine. She came back
okay.
to Georgia, came home to get clean, had her face bit off.
So what I'm hearing is this bitch has degraded her soul to the point where there's
Yes,
nothing left. The dog
her
knows
soul, her
it.
children's souls. It's a lost cause. That whole fucking household was ruined by drugs
Good
like
God.
20 years ago. It was terrible, dude. It's horrible.
Oh, she's lucky she didn't get murdered.
She's lucky she didn't get shot. Fucking Gerald has shot two people already for fucking with his dog. So I mean, like, no,
No,
he's not in
because
jail. Welcome to Georgia.
God bless.
You know, there was a dog on the truck. You shouldn't have been messing with it. So I shot him
I,
before the dog bit him.
I love those. I love those banners. Forget the dog. Beware of owner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Violators will be prosecuted. No, no, they will be shot. Survivors will be prosecuted. No, no, they will be shot again. I have more
Uh,
rounds. I can't see chat. I'm sure
oh,
Swiss is speaking.
no, it's just it's Swiss Miss and her commentary is of course golden. But no,
Always.
in all of my years, which is 20 plus years experience raising pitties. The only time that someone was ever bitten was because he made the fool mistake of putting his hand between two pit bulls about to go at it. That is the only instance of man biting. And
I got one. I got one. I had my arm bit off by a bulldog one time. Hear me out.
mm-hmm,
So we trained bulldogs for years, and we would sometimes have people bring us a puppy to put through the early stages of training before they
mm-hmm.
take them home to train them. So we crate train them, house train them, all that cool shit. You sit, stay, lay down, that kind of stuff. This one named Barney, a neighbor of ours brought, it was fair exchange, work for work kind of situation. We trained the dog, sent it back to him. Maybe 8 or 9 years later, this guy moves back down the road from us, has the same dog with him. Used to be the meanest dog in the kennel. I mean, this thing was rambunctious, right?
All right.
Always locking up with everything around him. Somehow this guy had worked out that aggression and he was chilled out at the age of 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
Pretty old. Very old for a hunting dog. Very, very absurdly old for a hunting dog,
All
right?
right. Fair enough.
Okay. So we're over there one afternoon. He's trying to get all the different. He works with a hunting club and they hunt with dogs of various descriptions depending on whether they're
Mm-hmm.
hunting pigs or deer or whatever. So they were hunting pigs this night, and he's getting all the dogs together, and three dogs end up piling up under the front steps of the trailer, um,
Mm-hmm.
getting all locked up, just fighting like crazy. He jumped in and grabbed one of them, got a hold of the other one by the collar, and I reached in and grabbed the third one by the collar. And when I went to pull him back, Barney popped out from under the steps and bit my arm off. I saw that dog's teeth go clean through all the way to the bone, and I let go of the dog I had a hold to and pulled out my pocket knife because I was fixing to cut this dog's throat.
Uh-huh.
Turns out Barney doesn't have any teeth at all. None. So when he bit my arm and I saw it just get bit off, it was all in my head. I almost killed that man's dog.
Oh my god.
You should have seen the look on my face. I pulled my arm out. There wasn't a scratch on it.
Okay. It sounds terrifying.
I know it was. It was very terrifying. It was terrible.
Oh my
I
god.
trained that dog to kill.
But it's also kind of sweet because you got to imagine this old, aging dog got no teeth left.
No
Still wants
teeth.
to, still wants to
Not
go
one.
in, get at it, and tear shit up. That is beautiful. Classic pick.
Oh,
I got
undying
one
heart.
for I got one for you. This
Okay.
is this is the one of the first dogs that my family ever owned and raised. So he was one of the best. Let's just put it that way. Name was Bandit. We called him Bandit
Aren't
because
they all?
he had these black circles around his eyes. Now the guy had been there was we needed some construction in front of the sidewalk in front of our house, and Bandit saw this poor Hispanic man working on the sidewalk for about every day for about a week. And every day Bandit would run out to the front of the fence and give this poor sod hell. Just ruff, 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 just through the gate, just wolfing all the way. Now, this poor man did not know that when a pit bull barks ferociously at you through a fence, that it's wolfing.
Woof woof.
Wolfing. That's what my
Yeah.
father calls it. But
Oh yeah.
one day, his last day that he's working on that fence, on that sidewalk, bang! The screen door flies open. Bandit is charging down the front yard like a locomotive towards this poor individual, and the gate is open. My father shares the experience by exclaiming that this poor man's eyes got wide as dinner plates as this 120-pound pit bull leaped into the air and pinned the man on the ground with his paws on each of his shoulders.
Yep.
Bandit then proceeded to slobber the man's face with
Uh-huh.
love and affection he'd never known before.
It's pretty good. Uh,
My man, my father pulled this 120-pound dog off this poor man while trying not to die of laughter.
yeah, I can imagine. Oh
Stupid
Lord,
dog.
stupid dogs.
Oh.
We had a dumb one. We had a really really dumb dog. His name is Joe, and he was a big, enormous yellow lab. He was like 75, 80 pounds. Big boy,
Mm-hmm.
kind of chunky. He was old when we got him, so I don't know how old he was, but he was real laid back, with one exception.
Mm-hmm.
When you come to my house and you get out of your truck, there will be a big yellow lab sitting next to you. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to put your
Okay.
foot on the ground. He's going to growl at you, and you're going to pick your foot back up because he's big. He doesn't look angry. He's not upset. He's not threatening until you try to step out of the truck. Reach out to pet him, and he'll take your hand in his mouth and
Mm.
real gentle give you a tug. If you pull back, try to get back in the truck, he'll let you go. No problem there. But you know
Mm.
what else he's going to do? Wait patiently and walk you to the front door so you can ring the doorbell. And if nobody answers, he'll walk you back to the truck.
Well.
Now, I lived in the country, and that's all well and good for a city dweller. We have meter maids that come by and check like the power pole and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That shit didn't fly on that end of the swing.
Oh no.
That man got out of that truck and teleported onto the roof. Teleported. He ceased to exist where he was before and was suddenly on the roof of the truck.
Oh.
And Joe never barked. He never really growled unless you tried to get away from him. And I'm standing there, and Joe starts barking, and me and Mama look at each other like, "What the hell?" You know. We step out. This man is just curled up in a ball, sitting on top of the truck, and Joe, in his old dog woof, is hobbling back and forth, all fat as a freaking refried poodle. Oh woof, oh woof, oh woof, and I'm like, dude, you're
Oh.
200 pounds. You're 6 foot four. You've got me by easily 5 inches and 50 pounds. And that ancient animal with 9 teeth has you afeared.
You see,
Okay.
okay. I have raised bully breeds for so long. You know how normies tell you don't look the dogs in the eye?
I'm
I
the leader of this pack, brother. I look whoever I want in the
exactly.
eye.
Exactly. There's not a single dog I won't look in the eye.
Now there are circumstances where I'd choose not to.
Yes, but you're gonna try.
If unless I am inserted into his domain without any preamble, I will very soon be the dominant predator in
Yes,
this pen.
exactly.
Yes.
That and it's just a different mindset. You know, I don't think normies understand what it means to actually do the work to raise a dog. That's my theory. Because
Oh,
I don't think the bully breeds are any different than any other dog. It's
they're not.
consequence. It's consequence. The
They're
difference
they're not.
is consequence. If you don't raise your chihuahua, the worst thing you're going to get is a nipped ankle every day.
That's true. You are correct.
If you don't properly train your bully breed, um, consequences, they're going to be a little
Go
more.
ahead. Finish that statement
Oh,
because I
you're
have
gonna
one to
have
follow it up.
dead babies and ripped limbs.
That's right. And if you don't properly train with your firearm, you're going to have reckless discharges and accidental deaths.
Indeed. Yes,
Fact.
that they are tools. And I was on Twitter a long time ago before I got banned, and Don the pleb jumped in with me on this. But he was going on a tear because some cuck from the Daily Wire, I think it was Matt Walsh, said the following phrase: "I will. You should never own a dog that will bite."
Well, you can't know that until you own the dog.
Well, not only that, but if you own a dog with the certain knowledge that it won't bite, my personal opinion is that you're a cuck. What do you own the dog for?
Yeah, that's true. You're correct. I own a dog because I have a family and my dog loves my family and does
Yes.
not like old white men. My dog's racist. He's he's really no, dude. Listen, hold on. You're not gonna believe me unless you see me for this one. All right, so right after we got Moose, our neighbor decided to tear out the old chain link fence that had been down that side of the driveway for 20 years or whatever. Installed this big, beautiful wrought iron and brick pointy top job,
Mm-hmm.
and it required the work of several very old and some young black men and a couple of young white guys and a handful of Mexicans to come build the fence that he wanted. My
All
dog
right.
goes for a walk every day with these guys out there. Has no problem. They're a little sketchy at first, but after the dog walks by them a dozen times, doesn't even look at them cross-eyed, they're fine.
All right.
Go to walk with one afternoon. Moose comes out the door, gets to the bottom of the steps, and every hair on his half bald ass poofed out like he had seen a ghost. And I look
Uh,
up, and there's the boss of this crew standing over there, an old white guy, and the loudest pair of freaking golf shorts you ever saw, and a weird visor hat. And I know my dog is skittish about things like hats and
uh-huh.
sunglasses, so I don't let him around people, without them knowing. So when I saw that guy, I was like, oh shit. And he
Yeah.
turns and full, flaps papers in my direction as if to tell me to get out of my yard. And so I decided to go talk to him. He was standing in my driveway at the time.
As one does. I mean,
Yeah.
of
He
course
got
you
out of my
do.
driveway really, really, really quick. When Moose
Uh-huh.
realized we were headed that way, he laid his hair down. He's like, okay, let's go get him. He started backing. Hey, 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 hey. I was like, no, I'm just curious exactly what you're doing in my yard. These gentlemen all asked to be here. They all,
Yeah.
every single one of them, talked to me and asked me if they could use my driveway for something. I don't remember hearing a fucking word out of you, old man. And the
Yep.
whole time, my fucking dog was going crazy.
That
He hates all white men.
well.
Guess who I
Now,
talked to today? Sort of. Yiz
mandatory.
the eunuch. I
Yes.
ran
Oh,
across him too. Yiz. Yeah.
Yes is my gal. Oh, I
She
miss her.
she doesn't know who I am.
Yiz and I we haven't been on the outs. We've just been on different sides of the internet, and I've kind of been on the outs when it comes to doing the whole internet
No,
thing.
she's so shadow banned you can't hardly find her channel unless you know exactly how to spell it.
Oh, I know. And it's just been recently that she started live streaming on her channel again. She
That is weird. I don't think I ever subscribed to her after I made my new profile. I just it's nothing against her. I just didn't think about it. I guess,
yeah, she
or maybe I got unsubbed and didn't notice or something.
mm, go back and resubscribe, but she just recently started up on her YouTube channel. From what I've seen, and I don't know why, but I do know that she hates YouTube, which is understandable because she does not like shenanigans. She doesn't like bullshit, the whole shadow banning thing. You know, the like for fuck's sake, I can't even comment on my own live streams because of the
I still haven't figured that one out too.
Dude, I'm convinced that it is like a master switch on their back end.
Well, you know why I crashed my previous channel?
No.
I couldn't comment on comments. And it didn't matter what I commented because part of what made me the way I am was trying to work through what the comments were being blocked and what weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would come in, I used to leave fairly lengthy comments in your comment sections, like
Mm-hmm.
regular. And then I stopped just magically, just poof, gone. Or maybe you never noticed them. I don't know. But I realized going back to look at videos that my comments were gone from the videos. And sometimes there were only like 6 or 7 comments. And I knew I commented. And so one day I was sitting there and I made a comment and had sent it inadvertently. It says comment uploaded. It pops up in the stack. You can look at it. But if you refresh the page, it disappears. You
Yeah.
scan through all the comments on that page, it's not there.
Yeah.
You can call up the guy who's running the channel on the back end. It's not held for review. It simply does
Mm-hmm.
not exist.
Oh no,
And
no.
that started happening with everywhere.
Yeah. That is the same thing for me and the live stream. If I type a comment and I hit enter, it'll show that thing in the live chat. But if I refresh it, it's gone. Like it's not actually there. So it's
Right.
unnerving
Exactly.
because you don't know what's real or not in the moment. You don't know if it's fixed until you go through the hassle of hitting that refresh button. So it's a pain in the ass.
But yeah, and here's the worst part. Here's the part that really, really got me twisted. They wait 2 minutes and 30 seconds before they take
Interesting. I did not know that.
it. The longest I've seen it wait was 3 minutes, and I think I may have started counting at the wrong.
Interesting.
2 minutes and how many comments do you sit around and watch for 2 minutes and 30 seconds to see if they stay?
Yeah, that's
So I was being unpersoned for months before I realized what was happening. I stopped getting responses from like Ozark Yeoman. I stopped getting responses from Mandatory Carry. I stopped getting responses to 2 dozen channels that I helped build. You know,
damn
these people talk to me. They talk to me because I give them good ideas and I don't want nothing for it. I just want better content. That's all I ask.
nice.
They stopped responding to me entirely. I didn't have any of their emails. I wasn't on any of their back ends. It was just that, I'm that guy that helps.
Yeah,
So when I turn around and I'm like, what's going on? I'm not getting any responses from anybody. It's as if I'm not even talking. And finally, I had this really weird thing happen where I was commenting on Liberty Dolls, one of her videos,
uh-huh.
and I dropped the comment. It disappeared. I pointed out that since my comments are disappearing, I'm changing profiles. And poof, I had 27 responses saying they could see that comment. Like,
That's interesting. So what was it that you threatened once more?
I said, since my comments are being deleted, I'm getting another profile or something like that. And they saw that comment, but none of the others.
Interesting.
I went back through specific channels that I know for a fact I have a heavy comment presence under that profile. I have close to 3,000 hearts from a Sargon of Akkad, right? Just
Nice.
different stuff commented on. We've had short conversations in his comment threads under his videos. Nothing to write home to mother about, but he responds.
Yeah,
Is my point. Uh,
yeah.
Poof. I had stopped getting all responses and everything on the same date on like 30 different channels that I checked. And I was like, oh, I got you.
Uh,
You's a skeezy bitch. You skeezing. I got you.
yeah,
I know how to play that game. That's fine.
yeah. That's
Now we're here.
it's bizarre. I don't. So
Yeah.
in case you may or may not have noticed, my channel had a dramatic subscriber boost.
No, I missed it. When did it happen?
It happened about a couple of months ago during the whole Russia war, the
Oh,
whole
you mean
Ukraine
from
situation.
you? What are you like 800, 850? I lost
I
track.
I think I was at like 300 something,
Yeah,
and
300. Okay.
yeah, now I'm up to 560 ish, 570 ish.
Right. You've got your community tab. Have you used it much?
Uh-huh. And I've been that was courtesy of academic agent, truth be told. He had given one of my videos a boost, and so that I take my hat off to AA for that assistance. And yes, yes, Swiss News, you are the most popular person.
As far as I'm concerned,
Now, is there someone else here, but their comments are being shadowed? I don't
we
know
wouldn't know.
because yeah, we wouldn't know because even
Sometimes there
the
are comments that are in my comments that are in my live chat that don't show up in StreamYards. And sometimes there are comments in StreamYards that don't show up in the live chat. And sometimes there are comments on top chat that don't show up in live chat, don't show up in StreamYards.
mm,
And people say, "Oh, you're making it up," and I'm like, "No, like
no,
I notice crap like that. When things don't line up, that shit glares to me."
yeah, your reality filter starts to spaz out. Personally, that feels
This dog came in and laid down in front of my door to the outside and crashed.
like.
He is out. He laid down, he went to sleep, and he hadn't twitched nothing but an ear since. See that
He
twitch? It
sounds
happens about once every 3 minutes.
he sounds like he has had an adventure, and
He's
because
out.
of his adventure,
Looks a little hungry, but he's not interested in food. He acted thirsty, but he only drank a little bit of water.
um, I can only speculate. I think
Yeah, me too.
it's more. I think it's more to deal with him being in a new place than his actual state of being. Yeah, like for example, we have two viewers, but we only have one person in chat, so three viewers. So whoever those might be.
I don't know. I suspect my phone may leave YouTube open and running when I go into StreamYards from YouTube.
Mm-hmm. You see, and now we're up to four. So there's
Yeah,
at
I don't
least
really believe StreamYard on that shit
yeah.
either. Like tonight, I had it run from 22 up to 55 and back down to 12 inside of a minute. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good show. You need to go check that one out, dude. When you get time, just give it a listen and check that guy out. Captain Curmudgeon. You will like his delivery. You will probably like
Okay.
his perspective as well.
All right. We got Sean Stryker in the chat. So we do have more people. We have at least one more
There are
person.
certainly more people involved.
There's four people
Right.
total in this chat. So and involved in this stream. So you know,
Is it official shenanigans?
I don't know if it's official
Where does it become
shenanigans.
shenanigans? I mean,
When does it become shenanigans?
yeah.
Um,
Is that four people?
yeah, it's you, me, Swiss Miz, and Sean Stryker.
So that's
And
shenanigans.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, we got shenanigans.
Okay.
I got you.
You're
I
certainly
got
up.
you. Oh, and Sean's doing me a solid and getting the sharing out. So thank you, sir. That much appreciated.
I should
Much
have
love,
done
sir.
that before I come in. I didn't think about it.
Oh, you're all
I
right.
was like, I was still chewing when it popped up.
You know me. This is on the spot, spur of the moment. That is how we work around here. So, ah,
Well, I plan things, but then I do whatever comes natural.
yeah, and that's what I'm trying to
Oh,
get back
bother.
to.
Hey, brother, I gotta go. My phone's dying dead.
I'll go ahead, take on off, and
Yeah, I'll
dude,
be in chat in just a minute.
all right, it was
Appreciate you. Let me up.
good to have you on, my dude. Good to have you
Oh,
on.
yeah,
I
brother.
will be,
Anytime I'm awake.
yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna. This is gonna be a more regular thing. I'm hoping to get a panel together. I'm hoping to actually get some of my friends on the internet to do a weekly or monthly cast where we not only cover the weekly news, but just to have a general shit show, a fun moment where we get to all just vent and be outrageous because we're still missing a lot of that. Because every morning I'm listening to Crowder, I'm listening to Lotus Eaters, and what we need more. We need something more along a comic relief uh, venue. Like, I want to get a group together called the Hate Agents, where our job is just hate on the internet as it comes because we don't have enough of that. Now, I'm enjoying the Sultans of Chatelet, but sometimes Bezek needs to take a pill. I like him though. I like him, but I'm gonna have to send out a few invitations for Cardinals hate agents because it sounds like fun. Sounds like something that it sounds like something that should be done because I'm doing a bunch of these debunking videos because there's been a slew of fear mongering and misinformation surrounding the whole Roe v. Wade BS. So I've been doing that recently, uh, finding uh, what the word is on the street, so to speak. And yes, debunked. We are debunking the fear mongering of the left in terms of the abortion stats and whatnot. Joe Biden, this motherfucker, had the audacity to showcase a 10-year-old girl who needed an abortion, and somehow, in all the states which have passed abortion restriction laws, all of which have exemptions for, rape, incest, health of the mother, so on and so forth, the left somehow, within a week of Roe v. Wade being overturned, found a 10-year-old girl who needed to cross state lines. The only reasonable explanation for that is if you're getting the 10-year-old pregnant and planning it. I'm just saying, because that, even among women who are not 10 years old, females who are not 10 years old, the amount of the percentage of those which are rape, incest, health of the mother, so on and so forth, is infinitesimal. So my only uh, reasonable conclusion is that they created this yeah, they created that particular travesty. And Swiss Miss says bribing China needs to go the way of Bojo. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. The question is how. You see, the British parliamentary system has a way of managing that internally, and the American system simply lacks that level of, shall we say, discretion. And yes, less than 0.1% fit in those categories. Correct. So they managed to find one under the age under the age of 12 within a few weeks after the passing of Roe v. Wade. That tells me you created the monster that you're trying to parade in front of the public. And yeah, that camel toe might be worse, I fear. Yeah, but hear me out, and this is severe hopium. I understand. This is hopium. Disclaimer before we get into this bullshit. Okay, red wave happens. Major hopium, I know. Red wave happens. We take the Senate. We take the House of the Representatives. Speaker of the House becomes GOP, preferably someone sympathetic to Trump, MAGA, so on and so forth. Then we impeach both their asses. How about that? I mean, I know it's hopium. I know it's pie in the sky. I know it's extremely unlikely, especially given the rhinos that are currently in the Senate. Very, very unlikely, but still within the realm of possibility. Um, as I said, it is hopium, but just hear me out. A red wave could cure that particular problem of having to deal with camel toe. GOP doesn't have the backbone to impeach someone. Um, you know what? The GOP doesn't, but MAGA does. Imagine if the red wave is nothing more. Now, again, hopium, I granted, but imagine a world where all the people who are being voted out and flooding the representatives and the Senate are like Marjorie Taylor Greene status. That we start making our representative house a bit more based in overall. And Sasquatch, you're right. The GOP is globalist elite, but there's an opportunity within the GOP for the average people who are sympathetic to the average person uh, shining through. And to Sean, thank you for the sharing. I much appreciate that. That is wonderful. Um, good job getting the word out. But again, for anyone who is interested, we do have a StreamYard link in the description. So, so if you want to jump on in, go on ahead. Respectfully, says Swiss Miz. I hope you're right, but I think you are reaching. And yeah, you're right. I am reaching. I'm not saying it's probable. I'm saying it's possible. And good night, Striker. Hit the sack, knockout, Godspeed. I'm going to be hitting the. I'm going to be hitting the hay soon in a couple minutes. Not too soon, but I do have to go to bed. I do have church in the morning. I do have to support the faith. And Candace, I can't think of another. Is are we talking of Candace Owens? Because I'm not sure if she's a because I can't think of Candace Owens as someone who actually is in office now. Uh, Lauren Ropert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. These are people who are along the lines of people making difference. Yes, Sean Stryker is hitting the hay. Good job, man. Good job. Sleep is precious. And Swiss Miss says that she's all tucked in, but she can't sleep. Well, and, I can't take full responsibility for this. I refuse. Um, I'm just on the residual high of pretty much securing the fact that I will be passing my classes. And Sasquatch says he has a monster under his bed. Um, I declare shenanigans. That is not a monster. That is a furry land shark, and it is a fellow contributor to the community and uh, a soon future of the family. I can't understand how the apostle of communism is still in office. Which fucking one is going to be my question. Um, there are quite a few in there now, so how? So I'm just going to leave that comment with no context whatsoever. Sasquatch is simply claiming that has such a big fat head. No context. Zero. Absolutely none. Swiss Miss is clarifying that she means the apostle of communism is AOC. I should have seen that. I should have read between the lines and should have just, gone super autistic and, translated that verbatim. To which Caucasian Sasquatch correctly says a bag of shit with a D could win that district. Pretty much. That is why she's still in power. Um, Gerrymandering, voter fraud, and just the general retardation of that population is beyond redemption. Also, as a former resident of the state of California, I just need to remind everyone. I know I'm confessing my sins here, but I just need to remind everyone that if not for the obscene amount of gerrymandering and voter fraud that happens in the Golden State, that they would be far, far more conservative and red than they're allowing the population to be. I just need to I just need to remind everyone. Yes, everything they accuse everyone else of. I need to remind you that in a general election style, when they voted on propositions in California, that California rejected gay marriage twice. At the ballot box, the Democrats could not fraudulently enough push the gay agenda enough for Californian voters to be like, yeah, we want it. California rejected gay marriage twice. So, whenever someone tells you about, the people are beyond redemption, it's not the people. It really, truly is not the people. I mean, look at the gun control laws of that state, and I want you to imagine people living in LA, whether they're white, Hispanic, Asian, black, whatever, living on the streets of LA and Hollywood and thinking to themselves, yeah, I really don't need to be armed in this dangerous environment. All of them want to be armed, and yet they have one of the most uh, repressive gun laws in the country because they're not represented in their state legislatures in any way, shape, or form, and everyone knows it. On that depressing note, we're going to end with Swiss Miss saying exemplifies why the founding fathers did not permit direct election of the president. Stupid people. Correct, because direct democracy is not representative when it comes to multiple nation states collaborating for political power. So I think I'm going to end there. No one else is hopping in, and I'm running out of steam. I was just overjoyed to be able to move forward with these classes. And the next semesters, the coming semesters for my class load is incredibly light. 3 classes per semester. This semester, I had to work on 5 classes this semester. So I was really bogged down, and that's why I haven't been doing these lately because it's just been too much. And good night, everyone. Stay calm and God bless. Thank you. Bye bye.